Hello and welcome to TNC Movie Nights Review. I'm excited because we just watched 1966 Batman with Adam West, and I love it. And I know he didn't, so we're excited to talk about it. Go ahead, Brandon. What'd you think?
So just to kind of get a little backstory to it, the reason we watched this movie was we had a DC show this week, all about the DC fandom event that happened over the last weekend, and there was a lot of Batman news from Zack Snyder, Batfleck, to, of course, the big news, the new Batman movie coming out. And we thought this would be a great opportunity to go watch a Batman movie. And it was kind of fun because not only did we think, like, you know what, let's go watch Batman and Superman again and get a little taste for it. Nah, let's go watch Christian Bale's Batman. Nah, let's watch the best Batman. Let's go watch Michael Keaton Batman. You know what? Let's go watch Adam West Batman. I don't know how this happened. I don't know how you got me to go watch this movie. This movie is so bad that it is so good.
It's perfect.
This is one of those movies, I have to say.
Oh my God.
When people are like, you know, do you have one of those movies that's just so bad that it's good? And I'm like, this is definitely in that area. And I really have to give a lot of credit to this movie. Because no issue that I have with this movie has to do with any CGI or effects because it's in the 1966. Like, that's just my point is, like, there's nothing that I'm like, oh, okay, this looks just terrible.
Fair point.
Even the shark, I was like, you know what? The sad thing is that would pass for like a $20 million movie shark of today. And you know, very
piece of foam stuck in a ladder.
Yeah, and that's my point. It's like,
Sorry,
I saw
it.
Yeah. So, I mean, some of this movie was actually, I had fun with it. It was a good time. I think, honestly, my biggest issue with the movie at times is they just really beat you over the head with the puns of the bat ladder, the bat shark repellent spray, the bat stairs.
Sardines.
Little things like that, yeah. Which, I mean, some of those I chuckle, like, some of those I did really enjoy, like, holy heart failure bat, like, stuff like that was great. It was a lot of fun. It just was when they were beating you over the head over and over with some of it, like Catwoman. We were talking right before the show. You constantly hear the meowing and like the growling of a cat, almost the whining.
Oh, come on, from your heart. Let's hear it. Clip it. That's the TikTok right there.
Perfect. Oh goodness. So that was kind of the painful thing at times of the movie. Weirdly enough, they really didn't do it. I felt too much when it came to Joker. The Riddler, he's got his riddles, whatever. Like that's just his thing. It wasn't too much. It wasn't. We didn't keep hearing question mark things.
Yeah. You didn't have an issue with the ballpoint banana or a sparrow with a machine gun or someone's going to be rushing around. They're going to fall on a banana peel. They're going to break their neck. Precisely, Robin. The only possible answer. You had no issue with that?
So it's
because you're correct.
Those
were perfect.
It's not about the riddles being bad. It was that they didn't beat us over the head with a riddle every 10 minutes. It was they had 3-4 moments in the movie where there was a riddle in a 2-hour-ish movie. I'm fine with that. I had no problem with it. It wasn't like every single time he's talking to the Joker, he's speaking in riddles. It's like it wasn't that. So I can appreciate that. Penguin, he's got like a big nose, prosthetic nose sort of deal going on, and he's got the penguins everywhere. Yeah, so some of it is just kind of hitting it on the nose a little too much, pun intended. And that's the really only cringy real issues that I had with the movie. Outside of that, it is a funny, fun movie, and I can appreciate them not trying to be all serious. They were like, yeah, let's still make this like the cartoon, just a long, not a cartoon, the television series, and just make it an extended episode. So they didn't try to do way too much with it, So I mean, I'll say this is better than the 1990s like Batman Forever and
Oh, and
like
Batman and
those
Robin.
Batman and
Bat nipples.
Robin. Yeah, bat nipples. This is much better
This one
than
he had
that.
bat eyebrows.
Yeah. So there are some goofy parts of the movie, but like what can you expect from a 1966 movie involving a superhero that's a TV show? So
Yeah. Oh god, I love this stupid movie so much. It's so dumb. And a little backstory about this movie. Simon and I, friend of the show, we used to live together, and there was a period of time where this movie was on Netflix. And so we would both get home from work at around the same time and just be like, all right, what do you want to do? I don't know, let's just throw something on Netflix. And just to have in the background or whatever. And then we were like, oh my God, this movie we've heard so much about. And this was years and years ago. So we put it on and loved it. Loved it so much that I am not exaggerating. I think over the course of 2 weeks, we maybe watched it 10 times. It was every day when we got home from work. And then all of the stupid riddles, all of the dumb crap that's in this whole movie just stuck with us. We named our printer Ballpoint Banana because we heard that and we had to pause the movie and go back to make sure that we heard him say a ballpoint banana for what's yellow and rights. I was like, this is a masterpiece. This is the Citizen Kane of the DC extended DCEU. Because I'm considering this canon. This is part of the DCEU.
oh please.
Oh my God,
yes.
what's not to love? I will grant you, it's a little long. I don't think this movie needed to be an hour 45. Because you're just like, oh my God, this is still. It's so just fast-paced chaos that you're like, oh my God, I need a break.
Yeah.
But oh my God, is it amazing? The stupid riddles. I love Cesar Romero. He didn't even shave his mustache. They just painted it white. So it's just like all the close-ups, you just see like all his little mustache hairs just like kind of white, but kind of not because it's kind of hard to paint a mustache. Oh my God. All the stupid meowing Catwoman does, all of the dumb things. I love how like Robin gives the worst answer for all of the riddles and then they're still just right. But I think out of everything, I think my favorite part of this movie is when they just kind of do the things that I hate when other movies do, where they just go, I don't know, you figure it out. Where it's like the batteries died on the polarity reversing thing, and so the torpedo explodes, and you're like, and then they're just in the boat, and then, oh, thank God that porpoise just like jumped in front of the torpedo to save our lives, and you're like, what is this? And then when their helicopter crashes and they happen to land on the foam like convention, I love that. It is so campy. It is so stupid. It's self-aware, so it gets away with all of it. Oh God, I love this terrible movie. It's just so good.
I do kind of agree with you. Like, it was a little long. It wasn't until about like the hour and 10, 15 minute mark where I was like, how much longer is this movie? So yeah. yeah.
That's when I see the little timer come up on the bottom and be like, he still thinks this is about to end.
Yeah. So it felt a bit so long.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, that's kind of to me like what Batman was like growing up, like just really kind of goofy Batman, and that was kind of the reason we went to go watch this movie, is because we want to look back at the evolution of what Batman, is. You had Michael Keaton, who I do need to go rewatch that Batman. It's been probably a good 7 years since I've seen that, but if I remember, I really did like that movie. I really do enjoy that.
He was a good Batman.
Yeah, as kind of brought up Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, those sucked. I saw those and I'm like, okay, I don't like Batman anymore. I just don't. I have no interest. And of course, I wasn't even born yet when those movies came out. But when my dad was having me watch these movies, I was like, oh, Batman's cool with Michael Keaton. And then he showed me Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, and for whatever reason, my sister loved those movies, so we watched those a lot. And I was like, Batman's the worst superhero ever.
Oh, stupid.
Then Christian Bale became Batman.
Yeah.
And the first one, I was like, oh, okay, this isn't a step in the right direction. And then Dark Knight came out, and I've never been so in love with a character. And I we'll tell you, kind of talk a little bit about everyone in different parts. And Heath Ledger in that movie, that was the first time I think I've ever like genuinely probably bawled my eyes out when I heard someone passed away as like a celebrity, because up until then, being, I don't know, 15, 16, 17, somewhere in there, around that time when I would hear celebrities pass away, like, damn, that really sucks, some of them may be like really old and stuff. Like, I just couldn't comprehend death because like they just didn't connect with me on that level. And then this happened, and I was like, whoa. Like, I don't know, because I thought he was, healthy, mid-30s, late 30s guy, and I'm like, oh, awesome. And I was like, I'm so excited to see another Batman with him. It's going to be awesome. We'll get a Joker movie. And it was just weird. It was really weird. And one of the next people that kind of happened to me for that with was Adam West. And it was kind of goofy because I had such a connection with him from Family Guy. I don't know why, but Family Guy is what really got me to love Adam West. He is so good in that. So, I don't know. It's just kind of weird seeing the progression of Batman's. And if Adam West was still with us, I would pray and dream that he would show up in the Flashpoint movie. Could you imagine how beautiful
that would be?
That would wrap up everything for DC. Like I would weep. Yeah. It's just
holy Batman.
Yeah. Holy Batman. Like
oh God, that would be amazing.
I could see that and never see another movie again and throw in the towel and say that I don't need to ever see anything else. I've seen it all. And it's fantastic. I'm definitely glad we went back and watched this one. And kind of what I was saying through like the evolution of Batman's, I'm sure I can guess your least favorite. But what is your favorite Batman? Like, do you have a favorite over the years?
Movie or the actor?
Let's just start with the actor. Let's just start with one that you're like, you know what? In these movies he did, whether it's 1, 3, 2, whatever it is, where you're like, that I can go back and no matter if someone asks me, do I like Batman? This is the one that comes to my mind.
If we're talking just live actions, I would probably say it's, if I'm being honest, because I love Adam West's Batman, but that's a very different way to do Batman than they have been doing for the past, several decades.
Yeah, that's the thing though.
So,
if that's your answer, like I will accept that. I have no problem with that being the answer. Like I
love it, but I wouldn't. I don't know. It's not my favorite because it's never going to be a movie that moves me. You know what I mean? It's never going to be like, wow, that was just a piece of art. It's always like, this is fun, and that's fun to do.
Yeah.
Because it's fun and it's happy and it's goofy and it's dumb and who cares. But you don't really like connect with it.
Okay.
And so it's probably a toss-up between Michael Keaton and Christian Bale. And I don't know if I would crown one because I think probably The Dark Knight is, it's probably the best Batman movie. Not just to be the vaguely young. Are we young now? I don't know. I feel both like a grandpa and like a toddler when I'm talking about movies that were around when I was like vaguely young or just a kid. It's like, back in my day, but also I was like a kid. So
yeah, and that's a weird thing. Like we talked to a 12, 13-year-old like niece or nephew of ours would be like, my favorite Batman's Christian Bale, and I'm like, who's that? And then we could talk to someone
was he the one in those old movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, technically.
And
but you're also 12, so everything is an old movie to you.
Yeah, and then we can talk to our parents and say it's like our favorite Batman's Christian Bale, and like it's Michael Keaton. You better not disgrace his name. And it's like, great Batman. Yes,
he's a great Batman. I don't know. I don't think that. It's tough, but I would probably give it to Christian Bale's Batman movies But I love Michael Keaton's Batman. So I don't know. They're both really good. There's really not a wrong answer outside of Val Kilmer.
Are you sure? Man,
Look, man, if he's your guy, I've said this before. I'm never gonna bash someone for their thing, but I'll bash the thing they like.
yeah,
He was lame. He
that
sucks.
stinks. You know, Val Kilmer is like kind of like my Revenge of the Sith. So.
Yeah, that's fair.
But it is Christian Bale for me. I think it is because the time growing up and everything. It was really special to us, like getting to experience it firsthand, first time. That was it was really big, and it did bring Batman back for me because the last thing I can remember of Batman was Val Kilmer. And this really kind of resurrected Batman. It made him cool. It made him interesting. I mean, for the first movie to, goodness, I literally just brought up a franchise he was already in. The villain from the first Batman for Christian Bale.
So cool.
Yeah, Ra's al Ghul. Liam Neeson, thank you. I was like, Negan, I don't know. So I could not pull it.
Liam Neeson, man.
I know. I brought up Star Wars. I'm like, come on, the dude who played Qui-Gon Jinn. So you have Liam Neeson, and it's such, what was that?
Nothing.
Okay.
Just referring to Liam Neeson as the guy who played Qui-Gon Jinn. No big deal.
Well, that's his best role of all time. So it's all right. We digress. So
just gotta sit on my hands on this one.
Yeah. And it was a very enjoyable movie, and it made me very excited for the next one. And then again for what Heath Ledger did in The Dark Knight. It's a long movie, but I can go back and watch it any time. And just Christian Bale is to me the pinnacle Bruce Wayne. Playing the ditzy, very rich playboy, charismatic, can talk to anyone, can woo the ladies. And you look at him like, okay, yeah, there's no way this dude is Batman. Like, there's just not a chance. So I was really enjoyed that side of it. And then his Batman was a bit brutal at times. He's not like what we're going to probably see with Robert Pattinson's Batman or even Ben Affleck's Batman of just pummeling people. But there are some scenes.
Did you see that trailer? And also, let's not forget Adam West with the heavy water. He might have a higher body count than Christian Bale's Batman. Just saying, man.
He might. He really might.
So the heavy water.
Yeah. The movie hurt. It hurt, but in a good way.
What was your favorite part? Or give me like a favorite line or something that sticks out.
I even sent it to you. It was the how do you split 17 apples with 16 people, and then like what is the greatest? I think like container or something like that. And the answers were eggs and applesauce, and they were like, yes, the World Union or whatever. I was like, wait, excuse me, where did you pull that from? That it made me take a step back. I had to text you, and I was like, what, please, what? So that was probably like the moment I was like, okay, yeah, we're dealing with stupid here.
Red from laughing. Oh my! That was your now we're dealing with stupid. That was like the third set of riddles. That was after Sparrow with a machine gun and ballpoint banana.
The riddles were very very out there, but every time I busted out laughing. I couldn't. I love the scenes
where you could see like the gears in their brains working. Like probably I don't know. There's so many good ones. One of my favorite scenes is near the beginning when they're just figuring out which supervillains are at large.
Yeah.
And
oh my goodness.
And Batman's like, that shark was pulling my leg. A twisted joke. And then Robin's like, and it did happen at sea. C for Catwoman. And the best one was the cop who was like, what a twisted riddle. Riddle. It's like, you got it. You cracked the case there, champ. Oh my god. Perfect. What a detective. I see how you made it all the way up the chain. Oh my god, that was so stupid, and I loved it so much. All of it was so dumb. I love when they're riding the bike, and they get up to the Batcopter, and he's like, "Detach go-kart," and it just goes. And that's it. Like he just did it to bark. You could just stop behind the chopper, but he's like, so stupid.
Oh.
Oh my god, I love it.
It was a great time. Is it the best movie we've reviewed so far? No.
I don't know about that, man. We haven't had anyone that hit it out of the park.
John Wick. John Wick was a great time. Yeah. It's just sad to think that we can compare the enjoyment from this and John Wick.
Dude, this is by far the worst movie we've ever watched as anything having to do with this show. It's the worst movie we've ever talked about, except
I will
for
strongly disagree.
But
Jupiter Ascending was terrible.
Oh my god, I forgot that we watched that already. That's how trash that movie was.
Yeah.
That movie did everything wrong and nothing right. This movie did everything wrong in the perfect ways, and it's perfect. Forget, you can erase the last 2 minutes of what I just said. Forget all that crap. Jupiter Ascending is trash. This movie is a gem. I love this movie. But it is, oh my god. Oh my god, the porpoise thing. The just random nonsensical crap that he would say to justify whatever machine was behind him. Everything had a label. It was perfectly labeled. Everything. The best label, gotta be the bat ladder. When it's at the very beginning, you see it roll out, and then just the sign, bat ladder.
Yeah.
Oh god, this movie just makes me happy. I love it so much.
Yeah, it was. It was. I'm glad you suggested it, because if you would have suggested, the Michael Keaton Batman, it would have been a good time. We'd have had a great time reviewing it, but we would not have had this enjoyment out of it, because this blew me away. I haven't seen this since I was probably like 7 years old, and this really took me back. And oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to probably watch it again soon, just because there was some of that movie I cried almost on how funny it was. But yeah, at least for me, that's all I have for this review.
Yeah, man, I'm literally going through our text conversations right now, because we were talking so much throughout this. After everything, oh my god, I forgot. I caught a line watching it this time, like the 20th time, that I missed every other time before it, and I don't know why it made me laugh so hard. But it was when they were sort of playing a trick on the penguin who was playing a trick on them.
Yeah.
And he was passed out in the car. And Robin says, "You sure you didn't hurt your head there, Batman?" And Batman just goes, "Perfectly." And you're like, that's not an answer. That's not an answer to that question. I think you might have been a little messed up in the head there. And I don't know why it took so long for me to get that, but I was like, he didn't answer his question. Someone needs to get him checked for a concussion. He's got to go through that concussion protocol before he can get back off the sidelines here, man. Something's wrong. Oh my god. I could gush about this movie all day, but my face is turning so red from laughing. So I'm just going to kick it to you, man. Tell the people where they can find us.
Alrighty. If you want to see more fun reviews like this, we post them every Saturday. That's going to be real easy for you guys to find. Just TNC Movie Nights everywhere you look. Just at TNC Movie Nights. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Anchor, Spotify, all the podcasting platforms out there. And, if you want some cool TNC Movie Nights merch, just go ahead and check out Spreadshirt.com, The Nerd Chambers. And then, of course, every single week, it's usually on Sunday we record them. They come out on Wednesday. If you're watching this on Saturday anytime after, make sure to go back and also go ahead and check out our DC fandom little extravaganza that we had about everything coming up for all those teasers. That was a lot of fun to go ahead and go over there. But Alex, it's been a good time, man. It's been a good time.
That was so much fun.
Yeah. Again, this is great. If you haven't seen the movie, please go watch Batman 1966 with Adam West. You're not going to be disappointed.
I forgot to share the story on the show. We talked about this, but one of my favorite facts about this movie is that, and I want to make sure I don't butcher his name, is that Frank Gorshin, the actor who played the Riddler, and Adam West got kicked out of an orgy one time because they refused to get out of character. Like they went to an orgy together as Batman and the Riddler, and then they got kicked out. Oh my god! Oh god, this is perfect. I'm Alex. He's Brandon. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.